Hey everybody, welcome to Open Source Office Hours. I'm T. Today we're going to be talking about generators, um, which is something that I am new to. And I'm basically just, I'm learning this for my own purposes. There's a big winter storm coming. I want to understand the difference between things, and I figured I would stream because, I don't know, I figure there's a lot of people maybe figuring this out right now. And if not, generators seem like a good thing to understand technologically, um, just to have control over. There's a big winter storm coming in an emergency. Portable power, that's how I think about it. My understanding is that they're relatively inefficient. So, just getting the comments up and then we're going to get going here. This video might end up getting posted to the Many Markets YouTube channel. So we'll see. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if this ends up being more technology or more market related. All right. So the first thing I did, I went to there was a hardware store and it basically like broke down all these different categories of generators. So I'm just gonna be kind of skimming through these and trying to get the basic understanding of the difference. Right, like I basically just copy pasted that in, had the LLM say some stuff. What's the difference between portable generators, inverter generators, house generators, portable power stations? This is a totally unprepared video, by the way, so I expect it to be winding. I'm not sure where it's going to end up, but hopefully I titled it well. Okay, so yeah, basically a generator is something, my understanding is something you put fuel in, something you put basic gasoline in that people get at gas stations, and it creates electricity. Alright, so inverter generators, more efficient it looks like. They're lighter, cannot be used indoors. Okay, house generators, permanently installed in houses. Okay, so house generators permanently installed in houses. Let's see. Inverter generators can't be used inside and are more efficient. Lower harmonic distortion. I don't know what that is. What is harmonic distortion? I would imagine this is noise. Generators are pretty loud in my experience. Causing new frequency. Yeah, I mean this is a bunch of That's my guess. We'll see. Maybe we'll get back to that. Portable power stations are battery-powered devices that store electricity from external sources like wall outlets. Portable power stations. Okay, yeah, so this is for storing energy. I mean, a portable power station is basically just a battery is the way I see it. Just a battery. So what I'm wondering is, all right, let's generate some questions here. Questions. Can I run a generator outside but have indoor appliances plugged into it via an extension cord? And this is basically like why this question is like for renters in rural or non-urban areas, what is a good way to have power security? Power energy security. Let's just see what YouTube has. Let's see what the creativity of YouTube has. I'm just gonna be doing this quick and see. Can we use a generator for outdoor generator plugged into indoor appliances? Five minutes.
This is the Craftsman 30.
How many appliances can it turn on? 3,500 watts. That's a lot of watts to me. Sounds like a lot of wattage. Like, that's not, you know, it's not like crazy, but it sounds like, what, is a fridge 1,200 or 1,400 watts? Maybe more now?
Before we get started, if you're having the foresight to get a generator, with this thing having to function outside of your house, you're definitely going to have ready a large arsenal of drop cords. This ought to do it. Now with the oil and gas tanks full, I've got my drop cords ready. It's time to get this thing started and see what it can do. According to the instructions, the next thing I have to do is turn the fuel valve into the on position. Following this by putting the choke lever in its appropriate was, and now
honestly it sounds kind of like a motorcycle.
It's time to crank this puppy up, and there's not a person in the world that doesn't want this thing to crank the first time they pull it. Position. Nevertheless, I need a new faceplate cover. The microwave to the cord. Any glitches in the generator. Now for the final test, I was actually going to run the air fryer and the perfect recipe for air fryer. Our refrigerator C is doing a very nice job of keeping that Pepsi, which is quite likely 6 months old, nice and cool. The computer is charging. The air fryer is
Right, so it's got a computer, an air fryer, a refrigerator, and
frying. The microwave is going, and our other refrigerator, while everything else is running, is also doing just fine.
And another fridge.
So that's not bad. I think during a storm or power outage, we're going to be okay.
That's a lot of stuff.
This is the Craftsman 3500 watt portable gasoline.
Alright, let's see. Craftsman, I think that's Home Depot's brand. Craftsman 3500 watt portable generator. Yeah, and let's run this through eBay. Let's just see what these run used. This is one of those things that the pain to buy used because of shipping. But usually my experience, what is this? OBO. 340 bucks. I want to check local marketplaces for stuff like this, but yeah, it looks like 600 or something new. Well, that's 5,000 watt. All right, let's try just a starter. Oh, we'll look at dual fuel. We'll look at dual fuel and dual fuel systems real quick, and then we'll just look at starter generators. Starter. Or like, what's the smallest generator? What is the smallest power generator one can buy? I like to start with things with the smallest when I buy things. It allows me to get my feet wet. Okay, capable of running 2 fuel types including gasoline and propane. Interesting. Best for backup power outages, RVs, job sites, and fuel availability, where fuel availability may vary. Pros, switch between fuels based on cost or availability or convenience. I do like this idea. Lower initial cost to try fuel systems. Cons, limited to fuel options, less resilience during prolonged fuel shortages if both fuels are unavailable. I don't really understand that. If both fuels are unavailable, wouldn't it, like, less resilience? What does that even mean? We're gonna open that up. We're not going to open that up. I don't want to search through the source right now. Best for basic cost-effective power needs where fuel is constantly available. Lowest upfront cost, simple design and maintenance, high efficiency when optimized for one fuel. That makes sense to me. Like if you're just thinking about creating something, it's like gonna be more optimized if it's single purpose or more. What's the word I'm looking for? Simple. No backup fuel option. It's the call vulnerable during emergencies when fuel supply chains break. Example: gas station closures. Tri-fuel systems can run on three fuel types, typically gasoline, propane, and natural gas. Best for long-term backup power, homes with natural gas lines and high preparedness scenarios. Pros: maximum fuel flexibility, ideal for emergencies or remote locations. Unlimited power supply, lower operating costs than natural gas, which is often cheaper per BTU. Long shelf life with propane. Doesn't degrade like gasoline. Higher initial cost and more complex setup. Heavier and bulkier due to additional fuel systems. More complex maintenance installation. Okay, so after that, I don't know what I would want. Let's look at this. Let's see what this AI one brought back. This look at actual generators now. Diesel fueled, 8 kilowatt up to 10 kilowatt peak. Weighing 22 pounds. Wait, is that it? That's so small. Runs on diesel, kerosene, or jet fuel. 8 kilowatt. Kilowatt sounds like a lot to me. Why does that sound like a lot? What's the other one we were looking at? 3,500 watt, but kilowatt is 1,000 watts, so it's 8,000. That's bigger than that. What? Let's see what the website brings back. It looks small. How about this? Wait, what? Starting at $20,000. All right. We clearly do not have a good search here. Let's see what this one is. All right. I mean, this looks like it. I am thinking that probably a natural gas one's the cleanest, and like clean, quiet, that stuff matters, right? I think clean long term matters more for a variety of reasons. It's gonna just be easier to maintain, better for the environment, probably cheaper long term. This one's pretty small. Let's see how quickly they go through fuel. How quickly does A go through fuel? $19 hours of runtime at a 50% load. 0.3 to 0.4 gallons per hour. So let's say gallons per hour, 0.3, 0.4. And let's just do equals this times 24. So to have that running total gallons consumed in 24 hours. $9.6. I don't know why I didn't mean to do that a money symbol. Cost per gallon of fuel. I don't actually know the current price of gasoline. I'm gonna say it's $3. Because it's gonna depend on where one is in the world, but at $3 per gallon, that's 28.80. So 29 bucks a day to run at 50% load. Welcome, new person, to the stream. So, all right, I'm just like I'm just gonna do the other number. It's always good to have two numbers, I think. In my experience with anything, it just helps give perspective. So let's say, I'm just trying to improve my spreadsheet here. All right, we'll do 100% load, and we'll do, it runs at 8 to 12 hours. So, why am I brain dead right now? Let's see, 50% load up to 19, approximately 8 to 12 hours. Let's say it only runs 8. We'll put 12 there too. And so we'll do this times this times that. Is that right? 3.2 gallons? No, that doesn't make sense. I'm like too tired for this right now. Alright. No, because a 6-gallon fuel tank. Okay, so 6-gallon fuel tank, and it only lasts 8 hours. So, I should just write this stuff down. 6-gallon tank, 8 hours. This is the 100% load thing. And so we're going to go through 6 gallons in 8 hours. So it's going to be 6 times... I'll just do the money first. 6 times 3. So that's 18 bucks in 8 hours. And then so for 24 hours, that would be this times 3. All right, so 54 bucks. So 54 bucks to run it 24 hours. Let's see, like, can you run it for 24 hours? What's the longest you can run it without damaging it? I don't love that question, but it gets kind of the point across. Maximum recommended continuous runtime under normal conditions. Generous design. Requires periodic maintenance. Check oil levels 8 to 10. Allow brief cooldown periods during very long runs. Use fresh, clean fuel and avoid overrunning. What fuel source does this one use? I just assumed gallons meant gasoline. I'm pretty sure it's gasoline, but allow brief fuel. Use fresh, clean fuel. Okay. Runs on gasoline. 196 cc engine. Oh, interesting. Okay. So, I mean, I don't know. I kind of want to compare it. Right, like there's motorcycles with 150 cc engines with, I think, top speeds of like 50 miles per hour. I'm just looking for some sort of technological comparative. I think cc's is centimeters. What is cc in the engine? Yeah, centimeters cubed. Yeah, so it's basically how big the combustion chamber is. So basically you combust the fuel to create the power. That's how internal combustion works. Yeah, okay. Interesting. I've seen people make vehicles out of these before. Making a vehicle out of a generator engine. This is a quick aside. I don't really care about this right now. We're just trying to grasp the tech. This is a YouTube search. Better for a YouTube search. Yeah, there's these little. Yeah, put it in a go-kart. So it gives you an idea of like what you're buying here, if you were to get one of these. Okay. All right. A 3500 watt. Yeah. All right. I'm looking for brands that I'm familiar with. What do we? Briggs and Stratton, that actually sounds kind of familiar. But yeah, it looks like several $100s is what it costs for one of these things. This to me just looks like an inverter, portable generator, inverter generator portable. Right, like that, it looks like this cap, this is a fuel cap. I'm just very confused about these two design differences. Maybe this is just exposed, but it just doesn't really make sense to me. Oh, this is cool. They have these at different prices, though. We wrote that down, though. What is this? This is inverter generators can be used inside, can't be used inside, and are more efficient. I don't see why this would be able to be used inside. Like, why could that one be used inside and one not? I think that's a silly thing. We'll dig into that real quick. Let's see. Why can tradition? No, let's do this. Oh, what happened? My understanding is that why can't inverter generators be used inside? They produce carbon monoxide. Well, so do the other ones. That's funny. Okay, so that was just a thing of the LLM. You know, none of this can be used. None of this is, unless you have an evacuation system. What am I looking for? Like, I don't know, but like something to make the gas be outside, or the off gas, or whatever it's called. The stuff from the combustion. Okay. I do actually like the idea of an inverter generator. Sorry, I'm tripping right now. I just want to do a quick cost comparison for prices. And let's do what am I doing here? So I want to compare inverter generators to non-inverter generators. What are the other ones called? House generators. 500, no. Yeah, house generator for sale. I just want to go back to the one that we found. But I lost it. Did I save it? Nope. House generator. We'll do 3,500 watt. House generator. And then we'll do we will do 3,500 watt inverter generator. And we are going to run this again. Compare inverter generators to house generators. I don't know, like, this is ridiculous. This not, the wording is not right here. Again, LLM fails. I want to know what the name of that thing is. All right. We're gonna go back here for a second.
This is the Craftsman.
Yeah, there we go. Craftsman 3500 watt generator. We'll find this Craftsman one because it looks different to me. Portable gasoline generator, and we'll do compare inverter generators to portable gasoline generators. Oh, they risk damage to sensitive electronics. Higher voltage fluctuations and harmonic distortion. Okay, so it's not, the harmonic distortion isn't about the noise level. 10, it looks like less decibels, 10 to, I mean, it meshes it there. Engine speeds, adjust to load, saving fuel and extending runtime. Yeah, less maintenance. This is a big one, team. This is the thing with any machinery. Anything that's like less maintenance, if it's true, it's like, whew, it is worth so much more. Okay. Yeah, higher up front. Start at 5 to 2,000, so an extra couple hundred months. Yeah. So I do wonder, right? Inverter generators have to have a battery, right? Do inverter generators have a battery, right? Because it's like all of a sudden you have to replace this battery over time, right? Like the battery longevity. Battery longevity, I find a really interesting science and really difficult to get a grasp on. Most have a small battery. Okay. Let's not start with 3,500 watt inverter generator. I mean, $500 new is good. I just don't know this brand. What is this brand? Anyone? Anybody? What does this say? $400 new. I don't even see a brand. What is this? Muscle. Series Muscle. Is that the brand? Ace Up. Alright, we'll do best generator brands. This is definitely, can I just get one of those boring consumer reports? Great, that works for me. No, let's do best inverter generator brands. Maybe we do have to do this. Refrigerator is only 600 watts. Portable heat, 1,500 watts. Say brand words. No, I got nothing in brands and consumer reports here. Okay. Briggs & Stratton, Cat, DeWalt, generic, Ryobi. Honda. To be frank with you, Honda's the one that I'm most attracted to here. Remember I was talking about it has the same sort of engines as it has the same sort of engine as a motorcycle, or it's kind of similar. I just, just Honda just makes engines. That's what they do. DeWalt makes, I guess all these people make, right, they make motors and stuff. I just think Honda makes the most engines. I kind of just feel like they'd have the best generators. All right, let's do best inverter generators of 2025. Oh, we could do 2026 too. It is 2026. Oh, it's hiding them. Consumer Reports wants money. Let's see, who else? Bob Villa. See what Bob has to say. Best overall. Westinghouse, Pulsar, Generac. Okay. Westinghouse company. So what I'm looking for here is if the company makes what, like, we'll do this quick basically, but like I'm basically looking for what they make. Do they make was it founded on like making generators? What's their core thing? Is this something they just made because they had, it just helps me understand the tech. Beginnings. Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's a manufacturing hub in the United States. East Pittsburgh. So Pittsburgh started because of steel, is my understanding. Sort of the steel industry was huge there. Okay, this house has been this company's been around for an incredibly long time. Westinghouse starts off at $1,000. Oh man. Pulsar company. See Pulsar. All right, we'll write a list of good companies here. We can do this. I'm just like, or companies that we think might be good. Westinghouse. Whoops. Companies that may make good generators. Westinghouse. Let's see, what's the deal with Pulsar? Pulsar product, Pulsar company, Pulsar generator company. These look, I do like the look of these. They look sort of like industrial cheap style, like this looks like, I don't know, 1500 watt for $300. 1200 watt 2-cycle generator. Yeah, I like the look of this. Let's do, where does Pulsar manufacture its generators? This is always kind of interesting. I imagine all this stuff is pretty much manufacturing the same stuff. Yeah, United States and China. Headquartered in Ontario, Canada. Where does, and then we'll do Westinghouse too. China and Vietnam. Engineering done in the United States. All right, where were we? Generac. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that right. I find the word not obvious. Headquartered in Wisconsin. Manufacturing facilities in Berlin. Oshkosh? Where's Oshkosh? Oh, Wisconsin. Okay. Jefferson, Wisconsin. All right. It does. Wow. Okay. Is that true? Right? Like, if the manufacturing's all in, all right, it's the United States and Berlin public company. Okay, I don't know. All right, Westinghouse, Genrock. We'll just do manufacturing. Westinghouse, what was that? China, Vietnam, is that right? We'll do the other, we'll write the other one too, and we'll do Wisconsin, USA, Berlin, Germany. I assume it's Berlin, Germany. I didn't look, but I don't know about any other Berlins, so. Pulsar, what did I say? Where's Pulsar? Pulsar, maybe that was the Vietnam one. Yeah, China, headquartered in Ontario, California. China, HQ in CA, USA. All right, so my inclination would be to go with Genrock for these manufacturing purposes. But I do have mixed feelings. I really don't like. I think I probably, like, of all the countries that manufacture, I think I just tend to prefer Japanese products. That's just my own preference. German products seem to be kind of heavy and complex. They're well engineered, but they're also not intuitive and tend to be difficult to fix. In terms of people's cultures of engineering and design, I'm not sure who I like the most. Whatever's the most open source is usually what I go with. We'll look at generators here. Inverter generators, and then the United States stuff. Yeah, I mean, so the United States, in my experience, is just expensive. And I think really what we end up paying for is just all of the labor and employee. Like, United States workers are just expensive. And I don't think that money always makes its way into the products. It depends on what the product is. But that's what I find frustrating about. We'll look at Honda. Because like I said earlier in the video, like, is Generic have just a company though? Let's do this. Yeah. The thing that I like about the United States too is it's just, I don't know. I guess it's the not bridging any sort of cultural divide in terms of communication. So I am drawn to buying stuff in the United States. That just what I said is my usual complaint. It looks like Honda generators start at $900. Just, going to this website and just looking what's here. They start at $900, so they don't really have the lower end consumer generators that I can see. So for a starter generator, that doesn't really. And I don't like this about Genrock. They don't, like, all of these generators. I guess you can see the wattage. The wattage probably correlates to the price. Let's do, you can't sort by price. 6,500 watt. What is a 35i? Like, what does that mean? 3,500i. Is this portable inverter generator? Yeah, it's a generator. I actually want to see the smallest one, 2,500i. 710. This looks so small to me. I wonder how big this is. Like, if that's a handle, is that a one-hand handle? 2500 watt. Okay. Okay. All right, we're gonna start wrapping this up here. Pulsar. My concern with the Pulsar ones, even though like it's just longevity of how long it will last. I guess that worries me less in that like it is something that I'd be interested in trying to fix potentially, but I'm not sure. That's the type of thing I'd need to sleep on. So let's see. Honda, we'll say starts at 900. That's fine. Starts at, and then we'll do Pulsar starts at 299. We'll do Generac. Generac. There's so many different types. Let's see. Starts at 719. And the Westinghouse. Where are those? Best bang for the buck. Best overall. Best carb compliant. Westinghouse inverter generator. I don't know. We're gonna stay starts at 11. Let's see. 739. 529. Interesting. This is the wattage dropping. I want to know how many watts this is. 1500 peak watts. Okay. I would write down the watts too. I kind of want to write down the watts. Let's see. 1500 peak watts. Watts. 1500 peak, and we'll run. Starts at. Okay. This is all really rough. I may do another video on this. Just because obviously this was a first go into dipping into generators. But yeah. Hope you write it in the comments. I hope this was helpful. We're just gonna close out all our tabs here, make sure we didn't miss anything. I wonder if these are sold out at local stores. Yeah, all right. See you in the next one.